And here we are with the season. I almost said series. I don't know why I was going to say series.
Oh, please don't say
No,
series.
season 2 finale of Star Trek Lower Decks First Contact. I'm
That's
Josh.
the best title.
This is Jamie, Caitlin, Mark. How are you all doing tonight? I say that as if I wasn't just talking to you guys for like the past 10 minutes.
So tired. So tired.
It's like 8 a.m. where you are, dude.
It's like 10 to think. I didn't go to bed until like I think just after 1 due to reasons.
Oh,
And I was just
I'm
like,
sorry. You got like almost 7 hours of sleep? How difficult
Yeah.
for you.
I like sleep. Sleep is good. I literally closed my eyes and was like, oh, my alarm's gone off. How did hours pass while I slept? Thanks, brain.
I think
But
I average like 5 at this point.
Is it a good strong 5 or is it a interrupted
No.
5?
It's a not great 5.
Uh,
I think I'll be able, like, when all the watch log stuff wraps up, I think I'll be able to probably get back to a normal-ish sleep pattern, so we'll see what happens.
I'm hoping I will, because like after this, we have next week basically completely off. I mean, not like off, just off from the live streams.
Yes.
yeah, there's no live streams going on. Yeah, everything's in between right now.
Josh is
we're
like,
playing Star Trek
out.
Online.
Illuminerdi is shut down for an
Right?
entire week.
Dude, it's gonna be so great. I don't have to go into the office next week either, so I don't need to worry about waking up earlier in the morning.
Nice.
Apparently that's just like a once every 3 week thing. So that's good for now.
Should I show everyone how sunburned I am? Is that a thing? Do people want to?
Are we gonna be able to make that out?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
You can tell quite easily how sunburned I am.
The last time I was sunburned, it was basically my entire head.
Oh.
So when it was peeling, it was just like, it was like I was taking off a
Ew.
mask. It's one sheet.
Swinging against the
thanks
wall.
for that visual forever. Never needed that. Thanks. I don't really peel when I get sunburn. It usually just turns into tan like a week later.
Well, do you put like aloe on, or do you have to do nothing and it just? Oh, you were so lucky.
I will. That only happens to me if I stay super hydrated. If I don't, then it just starts peeling. But if I make sure I'm drinking like a gallon of water a day, then I'm good.
Yeah.
As he drinks wine.
I was about to say, are you drinking water?
No, I'm drinking.
It's
my
blood wine.
Super special Star Trek Science Division drink.
Oh, right on.
Is it blue?
Purple.
What are you drinking, Mark?
I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking the captain's drink.
Be more English.
Earl Grey, hot.
It's not Earl Grey, unfortunately, but it is tea. It is hot because who drinks cold tea?
I like cold
all
tea.
Of America.
I love cold tea.
There's a thing
but
called
I also like hot tea.
Big thing here.
Yeah.
So in the chat,
yeah, come visit my family, Mark.
In the chat, we've got Donnie Pearson, who has brought up the fact that William Shatner went to space today. He was up there for 10 minutes and
11 minutes.
Seconds,
oh yeah.
Or 10 minutes and like 17 seconds or something like that.
Did he throw up?
I don't believe he did.
He cried.
Yeah.
He cried.
Like when he got off, they were
moving
him. And he was like, they were like, can you tell us about this experience? And he was like, no, I'm still trying to process what just happened. I need to take some time so I can verbalize what this experience was.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't think I'd be able to talk about it either.
Well, bear in mind, the man is 90 years old.
Yeah.
Space flight has only been around for, 60 years?
Yeah.
That's...
I would like to shout out for Shay for going into the chat and yelling Star Wars. Well done, buddy.
Do you think that William Shatner texted Patrick Stewart straight after and went, I got there first, bitch? And then that was it.
No, he probably texted Mark Hamill. They're going to do another commercial about it.
Oh, man, that's amazing. I want Mark Hamill to go into space. He'd be hilarious.
He's got to bring a lightsaber or a Yoda puppet.
Right?
Just
I think the Yoda puppet.
I think it needs to be Mark Hamill, Patrick Stewart, and Ian McKellen.
Oh,
like the 3 of them, and like that, you wouldn't be able to stop laughing. That would just be...
No. But it'd be hilarious because you're like Luke, John Luke, Gandalf.
Oh my gosh.
What other we had some other Star Trek news this week too.
Did you get the there's a new image of Janeway?
Yes, yeah. There's a new image of Janeway. I did not download it because I'm dumb. But I know you can find that on Twitter or on the Paramount Plus Twitter page. But Captain Chakotay is coming back. Or not? Well, actual Captain Chakotay.
Really?
Captain Chakotay. Yeah.
For what? I didn't hear this.
For Prodigy.
Yes.
So
I've heard that name.
So now Voyager.
Oh.
Let's Jamie, go ahead. You can explain who he is.
Oh, in Voyager, he was the first officer to Janeway, but he came from. Do you know anything about Deep Space Nine?
No.
Okay, well, there was the rebel faction in Deep Space Nine. Josh, what were they called?
The Maquis.
The Maquis, and so the Maquis were rebel fighters, and there was a Maquis ship along with Janeway, and their ship. Of which the entire series was named Voyager, and they're the ones who got boosted in the Delta Quadrant and all that. So the Maquis came on board the Voyager and became, got together, whatever. So Chakotay became her first officer to kind of unionize the crew so that the Maquis and the Starfleet crew would kind of gel. So that's where that becomes. But what's cool about this news is that having a Commander Chakotay or a Captain Chakotay, is he like alive or is he also in hologram form?
I'm not sure.
Well, if he's alive, then that kind of cements the timeline a little more.
That makes sense.
Well, that would have to mean that it's within a reasonable lifespan.
Well, yeah, it would have to be because, but also, Okona, Billy Campbell's character is coming back too.
True. That's true. True.
He was in TNG, so
it would have to be within a reasonable span. That's true.
At least within 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know from TNG also, because the first episode Bones was still alive.
Right.
So.
And then also Scotty was still alive down the road.
Yeah, but he was also frozen for 80 years.
That's
damn transporter accident.
Yeah. It's damn transporters.
They pulled a Captain America with him.
Where's he been? Oh, he's been stuck in the buffer. He's been in diagnostic mode.
New York at New York Comic Con this past weekend, they actually screened the first episode of Prodigy. I have not looked for spoilers, but it had pretty good reviews.
Excellent.
So, cool.
All those reviews were from Nickelodeon reps.
Probably.
That's really good.
Nickelodeon, Paramount reps, they're like, yes.
Hey, I'm okay with Nickelodeon reps. They seem to put out good products.
Oh, yeah. Well, originally this was supposed to go to Nickelodeon, but now they decided to
now it's Paramount Plus first.
Yeah.
But it's still going to Nickelodeon at some point?
At some point, yeah. After
they won't promote it.
Paramount, it'll go to Nickelodeon at some.
Is it going to be like they premiere on Paramount and then the next day is on Nickelodeon, or the whole season will be on Paramount Plus?
So the whole season is going to air on Paramount Plus first, and then sometime I think next year is when it's going to cable.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't worry, you won't miss it because Nickelodeon won't even promote it, so you're okay.
What's funny about Captain Chakotay now though is it just digs the knife a little bit deeper into Harry Kim, who is still an ensign.
Can you imagine? You get back to Starfleet. It's like, okay, Chakotay, great, you're now captain. Yes. Paris, you're now captain. Yes. Tuvok, you're now captain. Yes. Kim. Oh, sorry, you didn't make the cut.
Just missed it.
We've got too many captains now. You know what they say? Too many captains spoils the broth.
right?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Too many captains.
I don't
Too many
know.
captains.
You just said that like that was a normal saying that people say, like go around. Too many captains spoil the broth.
Well,
Yeah, it's
actually,
like,
it is
too
a
many
normal
cooks
saying.
spoil the soup.
What?
What?
It's that is a normal saying. I mean,
Heard.
I hear Josh say that all the time at our apartment. He just walks in out of nowhere and he says, "Too many captains," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Just go with
Just
it.
right."
It's,
Why are we watching The Notebook? Too many captains.
Captains.
Gosh, please work that in during DC fandom in some capacity.
Yeah, right.
Just,
I
I,
mean-
want
I
to
mean-
see everyone's reaction to that.
But that's easy. Captain Marvel, Captain Cold,
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch,
You mean
Too many
Captain-
captains.
Captain Kirk.
How about
Captain Jean-Luc
only
Picard. Captain
one,
Spock.
like, we're not going to see any of those at DC fandom, I don't think.
Well, Captain Marvel we might see.
Shazam.
Yeah.
We're seeing Shazam.
Same thing.
Is there another There's got to be
There's
another
two.
captain in DC.
There
I
it
mean,
is, I'm
yeah.
sure. We're just not thinking of it right now.
There's a
Oh
few.
well, Captain Cold, right? Or is
Yeah.
that Commander Cold?
No, it's Captain. But
Captain.
CAPT''N.
Right. It's Captain. Yeah.
Captain.
Captain. Not Captain.
I don't know where we're going.
I have no idea.
episode-
I'm drinking, so.
The
Woo!
episode.
Okay,
the
so
episode is already.
there
out.
is. Here's one: Captain Atom, Captain Boomerang, Captain
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Captain
Cold,
Atom.
Boomerang.
Did you
Right. Captain
Google
Boomerang.
this? Amazing. Well
Captain
done.
Marvel, Captain Marvel Jr.
What?
I think that's it. That's all the captains.
But Captain Atom and Captain Boomerang, how did we forget those guys?
I said Captain Atom.
Well, spoiler
Oh.
alert for anyone that hasn't seen the Suicide Squad. Cover your ears.
So good, though. So good,
Captain
right?
Boomerang is no longer a part of DC for the DCEU.
Unless they decide to
Listen,
find another Captain
It was only a
Boomerang.
flesh wound. He could still be alive.
Right.
He might be okay.
I
What did
loved
you
his
think?
reaction as it was happening. It was great.
Like,
I
you
love
say
that
s-
movie.
That
you
was
say
fun.
you said spoilers. It came out in 2016, so
No,
like,
not that one.
No, the new
No,
Not
one.
the new one.
Suicide Squad. Not
No, it's
Suicide
29
Squad.
it's
The
the 20
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Okay.
the 2021 one. But also
The
don't
Suicide
even because
Squad.
people. Yeah, that's how they differentiate it. They
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
the word "the" in front of it.
Come on, you're
because,
British. You should know the difference between no the and the.
it's true. I just thought it said Suicide Squad 2. That's literally what it was called.
They originally were going with that, if I remember correctly, but then they decided to rebrand because they were trying to gloss over the other one.
Soft reboot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shay just said he still
Okay.
hasn't finished it. Did you just walk away in the middle of it and go into Josh's room and watch what he was watching?
No,
instead?
Shay was more worried about the zombie apocalypse.
Fine.
No. Shay was too busy trying to figure out whether or not there were two people on opposite sides of the planet that were having the same exact conversation at the same exact time with the same exact words coming out of their mouths.
And we'll know that
no.
now because if this conversation and then another one on YouTube comes out with the same conversation, we'll know.
Yeah,
Well, no.
obviously. But let's get into the episode. This is again the season finale of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, and as a reminder, we will be moving the watch-alongs over to Twitch for Prodigy and all the other shows that we are watching live as they happen. We're not 100% sure how the post-show for this is going to work. We may move that may still exist here on YouTube, but we will make sure to announce that and post about it on both the Twitter and the YouTube community page when we have a final determination on that, which should be.
And we'll also yell it in the streets for our neighbors.
Yeah.
We'll make Shay run outside with a sandwich board on him and a bell.
Yes.
Just announcing what we're doing.
And then all the zombies will run and eat him.
I
Right.
still think he'd be fine. I think he would fit in just fine with them, and
Well,
we'd all be the ones in trouble.
I mean, they don't smell the dead, so Shay
Oh.
should
Shay's
He's-
not dead.
be fine. Just inside.
Oh.
Like
He
us
might
all.
agree with you. I don't know. Let us know in the chat, Shay. Do you agree with that?
So I am queued up at the 0-0 mark. I know, Jamie, you said that you have already bypassed your commercials. We
Yep.
believe.
I watched them all earlier.
Did you get the Madonna commercial? I keep getting the Madonna commercial.
No, I got it was one of those like, how's your heart doing? Here's diabetes medicine.
With
You should make those commercials.
Wilfred Brimley.
No, good man, rest in peace, all right?
Oh, Shay responded. Har har har.
Are you sure he didn't say her?
No, you're right. That's what he said. He's agreeing with me. That's what's happening.
By the way, I
Alright.
recommend a pumpkin beer. It's the time of year. Have
Show
one.
off the owl.
Oh, yeah. Hoot! Hoot! Oh, no, it's got to be an evil hoot, right?
Yeah.
Hoot! Hoot!
Nice. Although having that owl staring you down and then it's just hoot would be the funniest thing
Oh,
ever.
I gotta close that. I gotta cover that right now.
Oh.
Hoot! Hoot!
They're not watching our show.
I guess if that becomes a problem, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I recommend them. So there you
We're
go.
There you
also
go.
happy to have a pumpkin beer sponsor us.
Oh my
October.
God,
I mean,
please.
you like pumpkin stuff. I mean, I don't like
Yeah,
beer
Josh,
though either. So
Be negative towards pumpkins in
enough.
October. That'll work out well.
Yeah,
listen,
nah.
I
mean,
I like Smashing Pumpkins.
The band or like literally?
both.
Yes.
Both. I'm okay with either.
I like pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Those are
Ooh, those are good. Those are
And-
good. Ralph's
okay,
actually makes a decent one.
yes.
Really quick.
Yeah, and they're soft too.
Yep.
Before,
They're my faves.
But before
Oh
we
my
actually start
God.
the episode.
Before I say anything else, did you just send us a picture of the shed?
I did.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Can we put this up?
After
If you-
the
Oh my God!
You guys are gonna be so excited. This is weeks in the making, guys.
Mark, thank you.
It is. It's a beauty.
So
It's
well
actually
done.
really
Good
pretty out
shed,
there.
dude. Well done.
Yeah, nicely
Yes, for it last
built.
week. Thank you.
We did.
All right. So, are you guys all queued up?
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
at 0-0-0.
I'm at all the zeros.
All right. So let's go ahead and hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I still want to find out what happened to them when they got stranded on that space station or the satellite or whatever.
Yeah, right.
We need
That'll
the
be next
background
season.
on that.
Is it? Ooh, nice. God damn headphones.
Ooh, that's really pretty. I like all the extra ships.
Inside too.
Did they get promoted if they're helping with the first contact?
Or maybe they're just getting. Oh, yeah, that's true. Carol. I love how they're so just formal.
Oh, that's why. Fucking sad. There you
Ooh. We got to pause and see what all new is behind them.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen Mariner's parents in the same room.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Jennifer.
Jennifer!
You stupid little butt.
Please make this a weird, like, competitive thing.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think Mariner's gonna be sad.
Oh,
or
no.
excited.
Yes. She's
That's
going to
actually-
claim that she's excited, but she's actually going to be sad.
Sad. That's actually
Yeah.
the first real like oh moment in the entire series. Like real.
Well, we had when when Boimler transferred.
Yeah, but you kind of saw that coming. I mean, like for me, Boimler transferring was kind of like funny, whereas this is like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I Boimler transferring. They made an arc for that.
Most of the season is more, oh no, not oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm just saying for me, like the Boimler transfer was like, oh no, and this is like, oh no.
Also, we knew the Boimler transfer wouldn't stick. He's Boimler.
Yeah, of course.
Are we going to see Boimler 2 in this episode?
I mean,
right?
Yeah, you said last week you're betting on it, right, Caitlin?
I said I want to. It's otherwise it feels like a waste. Why do we introduce that?
Yeah, true. I still wonder if he's second Boimler.
I don't think there is a second Boimler.
No, if he's, oh, you mean there's only the one?
Well,
the other one's dead?
No, they're both one.
Well, I mean, I wonder if he's the one that was the copy.
They're both copies.
I would like to point out that Boimler said he has a week to make decorations and is going to apparently be using all of it.
Yeah?
Really? Also, what is he doing right now?
No idea.
Sounds like betrayal, but with clapping.
Josh, I will clarify. He's not the Boimler that we had in season 1 until the accident.
Maybe.
Boimler, you should know by now you shouldn't give any sort of idea to Mariner. Come on.
What's with the alert?
It's an isolinear surge.
Yeah, bypass gamma something.
Maybe it's from he radiated his hands.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. I feel like he should go to medical.
Yeah.
Maybe just a bit.
And we still haven't found out what was so bad about mentioning his home planet.
Bajor?
Yes.
He was in a camp.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. He was with the resistance. So it was all fighting.
Oh, okay.
Do you think Ransom is going to take over?
That'd be great.
Oh my gosh, they're on like the deck. What are Mariner and Boimler doing on deck?
They're at ops now.
Wow. Wow, Ransom.
Oh, word got around, huh?
Yeah, Mariner just told all of them.
True.
What?
What?
Oh, it's got to be a lot of hearing the wrong thing.
Yeah. Ransom. Yo, you can see the vein in his neck.
Oh, man.
Damn, mustache?
Oh.
Look at Mariner. She's so proud of herself.
Can he still not only see only the file deleted stuff?
I don't know.
The alert.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she was just covered by the red alert thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
She also should probably actually go talk to her boss.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking that.
Like, if I thought I was in trouble, I don't think I'd be like, I'll just avoid it until it works itself out.
That's what happens with life, right? You just kind of just like let things go until they eventually deal with themselves.
You mean explode in your hands like
You
a
know.
grenade?
Little column A, little column B.
Uh-oh. Are they twins? Oh no, that's a mother-daughter too, right?
I think so.
Probably. Also, did she just trip on the stairs?
Yeah.
I've done
Ow.
that. Why would you do that? I want more stories with Dr. Cat next year. So weird. I love it.
It'll be something like she's been deleted because she's been upgraded to like something or other.
Right.
So instead of admitting they love each other, they just admitted they love the ship.
Love the ship.
That seems about right.
Oh.
Red alarm.
Red alarm.
Red alarm! Red alarm! Yes, I want that. Can we please make that something on your phone and we can just set
Yes.
it off when there's a problem on
Yes.
Saturdays?
Can we do that during the DC fandom event?
Yes!
Ooh.
I want that so bad now.
Oh shoot, their shields are down.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're kind of
Do the red alarm thing again.
Red alarm.
Yeah.
Red alarm.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna die.
Dang. That would have been a commercial break. Do we need to pause for anybody?
I
No.
do not have a commercial.
Okay.
You have a commercial?
I do not.
Ah.
Jamie does not. Do you?
No.
Hey, it's me.
Also, what about like life support?
There's a little bit of air left on there.
Hey, we're here. Boom.
Oot.
I love technobabble.
Then you love Star Trek. That's half of it. I love how he said all that in regular English. He didn't use any of the weird phrasisms.
Ice cream.
Oh
Oh
no!
my god!
Where's Boimler?
On the
He's still on the bridge.
yeah. Why do you have a
Gotta
yacht?
admit, using the captain's yacht is.
It's basically a shuttle specifically for the captain.
Yeah. Huh. Kirk style free spirit. Nice.
Of course.
Like how it has to do with people. Remove the hole. How does that even work? I love how they just went straight through all the rocks in that
Yeah.
simulation.
I know. They didn't even like avoid them at all.
No, the path is all zigzag, but they just went straight. Hey, there's the wolf guy.
I can't
Oh
remember
my
what
god,
his
there's
race
a boy
is.
Jennifer?
There's a Joe.
There's a Jonnifer.
Oh hey, there is a Geordie
Oh.
visor.
Yeah. I've actually been watching the Discovery season 2. There's a Geordie Visor in Discovery too.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they actually at that point in
I don't
time
remember seeing that.
yeah,
There's a ballroom dancing competition just happening while they have work. Amazing.
They
why
were all
not?
shit.
Yeah, there's it's one of the people that's working in the where at?
Wait. You're just throwing them into space?
Oh shit.
What
Well, I
about
guess the
later when you need those?
Oh damn it. Well, the other ship is probably going to catch him, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh. Oh, Bubba.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What about like in an hour when they need to warp and all their panels are gone?
Well, maybe they'll call another ship in.
Oh, it was Josh, the person in charge of teleportation, the running the energizing board.
Dum.
So they're all just chilling on the okay. You got hit with an EMP, babe.
Adonis. That's a good one.
It's not that great looking of a shuttle though.
No. I don't know that it would look at itself all the time.
Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, 7 hour. Gotcha. Oh my god, the ship is naked.
Censored. Does it feel like censored bars all over?
Don't phaser your foot.
Confident.
Wow.
I still love looking at all the boards behind them and how they look like just all the other boards in Star Trek.
Mariner, don't be mean. It's your mom.
But she's a daughter who's feeling hurt.
I'm a daughter. I'm not mean to my mom.
All the time? There's never been a
Yes.
point where you've been like hurt by your mother?
It doesn't matter. It's my mom, man.
That's true. That's true.
Versus all the tiny ones.
Well, is it being mean to your mother or saying something that you feel you need to say?
She was being mean.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do you think they're just gonna fly straight and hope for the best?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
We got this. Bam. Oh
This is an oddly serious episode, all things considered. Oh.
I hope he doesn't forget her now. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
What?
Ah.
No. Yeah. But, like, go
Whoa.
back, buddy.
Huh.
Ooh, that's going to be a season 3 thing.
Yeah. They have dolphins?
Okay, dolphin.
What wasn't it in like one of the episodes where they were talking about hanging out the cetacean ops or something?
They're wearing
Maybe.
uniforms.
They're descendants of Darwin from Sea Quest.
I thought they were going to be from well, no. Oh no, this would have, because this is post Voyager, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe they were going to be the sea versions of what are they called?
I know what you're talking
They
about.
have dolphin or beluga
Oh, that's
whales who are
Enterprise.
part of it. This is amazing. Mariner's captain's daughter?
Pop that bot in here real quick. Oh my, they totally are all up on him.
Well, they're dolphins, so.
Oh no, I was totally wrong, by the way. That was Enterprise. The Zindi.
Yeah.
Aquatic Zindi.
Boimler's got this.
Yes, Tendi. Oh, there she goes. You called it, Caitlin. You called it. I didn't hear the exact argument, so I was being a devil's advocate there.
They yelled at her to go make up with her mom because she was mean.
Oh no, I meant earlier with the argument between her and her mother.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, always honor thy mother.
Yep. Especially when she has to
Boimler.
fly you through dangerous space debris.
Yep.
I need an explanation for the frickin' dolphin crew members.
I don't. I'm
Dolphins are
happy.
smart.
Also, why is half the ship underwater?
Cooling
That's
Because
only
system,
like
I'm guessing.
an eighth of it, maybe.
So confused.
I
I'm
mean,
fine with
just
it. I'm just confused.
just like the human body, most of the ship is water. Jennifer!
Jennifer!
Aww.
Aww.
Yay! And her and Jennifer are on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's with all the face paint?
You have to say it, Jennifer.
Boimler, you did something with muscles. Oh, you mean on Ransom? That's like him driving.
Oh.
Wow, Boimler. You would have broken your suit like a dum-dum.
Why did he take the helmet off?
Because it was filling with water.
It was filling up with water.
The rest of the place is filled up with water, though, too.
Why was he stuck coming back when he was fine going in?
Well, sometimes, like, it's easier going one way than the other.
The effects on this are really good.
Probably because he's just Boimler.
Oh, they are moving a little bit. They're not going in a straight line.
How are neither of you going to check it? Oh, good
His
job,
blowhole's
Dolphin!
broken.
His blowhole's broken. His blowhole's broken.
Don't let him dry out. Spray him with water.
They think he's a dolphin! Amazing.
That's adorable.
I now need no further explanation for the dolphins. Wow! You are not great. Ransom.
No, she just flew into space.
Yeah,
That's
how did
not
she
great.
fly into space?
Because the reason they all have their helmets on is there's like they're just in space.
They
No
had to
window.
take out the wall panel behind The view screen
Oh.
so they can see in front of them.
Oh, the view screen is just open air. Got
Can
you.
we
Or
back up
open space.
when the dolphins just said nothing like saving your friends and then going skinny dipping?
We'll back
What?
up to that. Yeah,
They-
we should totally back up to that.
I think they're into
It's
Jennifer!
Kick it! Kick it! Kick it!
Are they flying into Europe?
Yeah. It's Europe too.
Europe too. Europa?
I'm gonna laugh so hard if Jennifer and Mariner fall in love.
What are these?
Oh,
things?
that'd be dope.
Oh no!
Oh, and that would be us. That would totally be us.
Right?
I'd be like, look at that.
Look, a shooting star.
Oh, they got him in the tractor beam.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they have their plating back on?
They don't.
They don't.
It looked like they did.
It's just the angle. His helmet is like fractured. He should be dying.
Oh yeah,
That's
good point. He
fine.
should be. Well, maybe the fracture is like holding everything in place.
It's got invisible duct tape.
Space gorilla glue.
Is she gonna offend them all somehow in some weird way?
Right.
Party!
Oh yes! I love these people.
Mariner's like, I'm home.
Oh, we don't know what they drink.
Everyone got really injured.
Ooh, here we go. We're gonna find out. See it, Dax.
I love the cat. What happened to that?
Oh, she purred. Did you hear her purr?
Happy
Aw.
birthday. Ooh. Jennifer.
Oh. Oh, you.
Did I call that?
Oh.
Oh, in whale pee.
Buddy. Are we gonna get more Jennifer next season? I'm so excited.
I hope so. I'm down. Uh-oh.
So something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, it's got to be a fall.
She for sure is not getting
Oh no,
promoted,
she's
right?
turning it down.
But they're going to keep her on the Cerritos anyway.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll bring the Cerritos up to a different class.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Well, it's gonna have to get an upgrade because all the hull plating is gone.
Yeah.
With spoiler.
Who is it going to be?
Uh-oh. Are under arrest.
Oh no. Yep. She murdered the people.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
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 What? What is happening?
They're all
right
there.
now? Oh no!
I'm a few minutes. I think a little bit behind. So
Oh. Do you need us to pause for a second, Mark?
no, it's fine.
What is what?
Huh.
Dang.
Aw,
For an
poor-
episodic, that just pulled everything together.
Yeah.
I know we have like a lot of things to go into next year.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to rewatch the whole 2 seasons before.
Ooh, to be continued.
Ooh!
And it's like the
Ooh.
TNG to be continued.
Yeah, it's the complete TNG. Yep.
Well, we know for sure we're getting a season 3 now.
Yeah.
Is there anything
Well,
at the end of the
they
credits?
actually
No.
started recording season 3 as soon as they finished season 2.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
They renewed both seasons at the same time.
Nice.
Or renewed
Wow.
for 2 seasons at once.
Did
So,
you
yeah.
get spoilers?
I did not. At least not yet.
Oh, I just pulled up. Donnie's just as excited as we are. Heck yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. So we actually do have a lot to talk about this episode.
Oh, and Donnie had a Home Depot commercial.
Oh.
I've had those before too, Donnie.
So
Spoilers brag about being brave is that he swam in whale pee. Like, come on, man. You gotta be better than that at this point. Come on.
I mean, everyone's got to be proud of something, I guess.
Also, the whales are like, nothing better than saving your friend and going skinny dipping. I'm like, y'all are creepy.
Yeah, it's some like horny little whales or dolphins or whatever they were.
Right? And they kept trying to get Rutherford in with them.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to have some like naked time. They've never had naked time at all.
Right?
I mean, they are wearing uniforms somehow. Like,
So this episode had a lot of it wrapped up a lot of threads. We got I guess you want to go by character? Would that be the easiest way to go?
probably.
All right. Who do you want to talk about first?
Rutherford.
All right. So Rutherford was getting a bunch of red alarms on his visor because
Red alarm.
he didn't know why. Eventually, he finds out that it's because he's running out of space. Because after losing all of his memories of Tendi last season, at the end of last season, he's backing up 3 different copies to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
That's so cute.
It was very sweet. Oh my God, so sweet. And then when it even said like deleting redundant files, but he remembered her.
Yeah, I was real nervous.
It was
Me too.
all the backups. But then we got that weird
drilling into his head thing.
When they were inserting into him, and basically we find out that he is being led to believe it was his idea to get this thing.
Yeah.
And
in the
I love
pilot, he said it was elective.
Right? And I love how he said, like, I think I saw something I wasn't supposed to see.
And then so quickly moves past it. Can you imagine seeing that and not be like existential crisis? He's like, that was weird, and then continues on.
What else did we see that keeps us tuned for next season, though?
Oh, well, I mean,
the
definitely
arrest.
that. And the arrest. The arrest is the big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, she obviously wasn't there, so that leads me to, because initially it was just like, oh, it's this one Klingon dude, he's, like, kind of crazy, he's doing stuff with the Packlids, whatever, okay, that's solved. Clearly that's not the case. There's some sort of way bigger plan going on involving the Packlids, and why are they framing her specifically? There's a lot of questions there.
I'm excited to see what happens between Jennifer and Mariner.
I know, right? I'm like, they're
Yeah.
gonna fall in love, and then they start talking. I'm like, oh my god, they are gonna fall in love.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. That's so cute. That's so cute. Okay, we did not get Boimler 2.0 in the episode.
No, I mean,
and we didn't even get Riker.
On one level, I'm disappointed that we didn't get Boimler 2. But on the other hand, I understand why they didn't bring him in, because with the story for this episode, I mean, they could have brought the Titan in at the end.
But what if they're setting up the larger story? Like, what if there are copies of all the others? Like, maybe there's a copy of the captain, too.
Ooh.
Or what if Boimler is the one that's setting them up?
Boimler 2?
Oh.
Boimler 2, yeah.
Ooh.
What if it's bad Boimler?
Yeah. There's something with that Boimler 2. Like, that's got to come back.
I hope so. I mean, it is an episodic series, so for them to just kind of write it off and be gone in that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's Star Trek. There's so much history, and the fact that they've already brought on Q, they brought back Riker. They didn't really bring back too many people this season, though, did they? Who did they bring back?
Well, we saw Riker in the first episode,
and we also saw, Troy,
Tom Paris.
And we saw Paris in that, in the plates.
I think that's
who
really
else?
about it.
Anybody else?
We saw skeleton giant Spock.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's it.
That is Spock 2. Like, for real Spock 2. That's what they called him.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. So like now the question is, obviously the Pack-led that was the spy was actually there for a reason.
It was actually
Outside
a decent
that, yeah.
spy.
Also, how can they not tell that she was on the ship? I'm real confused about the alibi part.
So they know that she was on the Cerritos. What they think is that she was conspiring with the Pack-leds and the Klingons to blow up the city.
What I understood is that
used...
the city blew up at the same time she was on the Cerritos, so she could use that as an alibi.
Right.
Oh.
That's what I understood that to mean. So like she colluded with somebody else beforehand. No, was it the Pack-led city that they were in earlier in the season? It was Pack-led planet. The whole planet. It was like the middle of it was blown up.
They were just on like some random mining town or something.
Oh,
well, no, when they met with the leaders.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't the Pack-leds who did it. They probably were just used in a larger planet. So do you think it's the Klingons?
I don't know. I mean, the one Klingon that we met was just using them as a means to an end.
Right.
It could also be that the Pack-leds are just dumb and blew up themselves. Because
that sounds like Lower Decks.
So because I was rewatching last week's episode before we were watching this one, and they had to beam a bomb off like numerous times.
Yeah.
I loved the grenade stopped working. What do you mean it stopped working? Well, we shot in that thing and blew it up and it stopped working. It only works once.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I don't imagine that because the Klingon that ended up winning the day in last week's episode.
He was one of the lower deckers.
I don't think he would have gone to blow. Right.
No, but it could have been. It could still be part of the original captain.
I will not make that mistake again, Caitlin.
It wasn't you this time. It was Josh.
Wait, what did I say? Oh, the lower decker. So upper decker is the one that you don't want to say, not lower decker.
I don't.
You just said it.
Either. You did both.
I learned that. I learned that last week. I'm 40 years old, and I have just learned that. I will not make that mistake again.
You know.
I'm 40 years old with a tan.
All right. Tendi.
Teddy's getting promoted. She's so nice. I also loved, by the way, that she just hid from her boss the entire episode and therefore didn't find out she was getting promoted sooner because she's a moron. Like, come on.
I did love seeing Ta'ana wandering around the ship sniffing for her.
Smelling? Yeah.
I
was
loved
like,
when they
"We need
embraced.
more of this."
I loved when they embraced and she purred.
I mean,
I want to see Dr. Cat and that's just what I'm going to call her, Dr. Cat.
Dr. Cat Medicine Woman?
Yes. I want to see more of Dr. Cat and Papa Bear security guard just like chilling.
Yeah. I still want to know what happened to him in the afterlife or whatever it was.
Do you? It broke Rutherford's brain.
Yes, that's what I want to know. I want to know what broke Rutherford's brain.
The second time, apparently.
Right?
That'll be an episode next season. It'll just be called Rutherford's Brain.
Brain.
I mean, we had an episode of TOS called Spock's Brain, so why not?
I love
I'm not sure, but
such and such. Who the F is that?
Donnie's given 10 out of 10 for the episode. I don't know if that means Donnie's out, but yes, sir.
Agreed.
I still just love the name of the episode, First Contact.
First Contact. And I loved when Captain came up and she's all wasted. Happy first Contact. They're a very welcoming people.
I love that they're like, what do we do? Oh, I know. We take all the protection off the ship and fly into some sort of electrocuted asteroid field. That'll work out fine. What?
I mean, that's very Star Trek.
Yeah, it's true.
You'd never see it in TNG or DS9 or Voyager, and they'd be like, just take the ship out of hull off.
Now, in TNG, they had to take a shuttle out ahead of the ship and then make manually adjust the heading and have the Enterprise follow behind them to match where they were at. Even though shuttlecraft is like this big and the Enterprise is like that big.
It's that big. Well, there was a whole episode in Enterprise where Reed and Tucker had to go out and they were supposed to fix a panel, but one of the panels got stuck, and so they ended up having to dislodge the panel, but we thought we were going to lose Reed in the whole shebang of it. It was a really good episode, really tense. But it was
go into the whale pea to dislodge it.
No, they did not. They did not have to go into the whale pea. But something I did know. Did anybody realize that once they took off all the plating, it looked like a bodies exhibit? It was all red and blue, like veins and all that.
Yeah, it reminded me of like copper.
Yeah.
So Donnie is now leaving. But he'll be back this weekend. Just a heads up, Donnie, if you are still here, our Ranger shows are being preempted because this weekend is DC Fandom.
DC Fandom.
So we will still be live. We'll be covering all of the trailers and news and panels and everything that comes out as it's happening right here on our YouTube channel and website.
Complete with my tan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe even more tan.
God, I hope not. I don't know that my skin can take that.
What's the dude's name? George something. The tan guy.
George McFly?
No.
The actor.
Yeah.
Played Zora the Gay Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
you've never seen Zora the Gay Blade? It's a fantastic movie. It's amazing. Go watch Zora the Gay Blade. If you've never watched it, go watch it. No, that's Ricardo Montalban. George.
George Hamilton.
George Hamilton.
Yeah.
Spoiler didn't really have a storyline this episode, other than he wanted to do arts and crafts and then drown.
And then he went through whale pee.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's enough of a story for anyone.
I love,
Mark-
by the way, that he's like, I'm making a banner, and they're all like, what are you, 5? Like, even Rutherford and Tendi are like, what's with you?
See, I would say his story was that he saved the ship at the end. That was the main majority of what he was there for. And just therefore he's gained the confidence to some degree that he can go do stuff. That's how I saw Boimler.
He did save the ship.
Agreed.
And then immediately drowned. So I forgot his heroic moment because I was stuck on, you drowned immediately.
That's okay. I'm sure none of the ship has any
no
idea
one
about it
knows.
either.
He didn't tell anyone. He just told everyone he made the banner that looked like a kindergartner.
But remember, he drowned because he got stuck. And I mean, that has happened. I mean, when you climb in one way and one way is slick, but the other way is, when you go back, there's something else.
He drowned because he popped his suit, which is a space suit. So I feel like it shouldn't be like really easily breached.
But
so
the water was.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was coming in from his shoulder.
It's because it's when he pulled the thing off. It knocked his.
But what she's saying is, this is the 24th century. The material on the outside of the spacesuit should be a little bit stronger than that.
So what did he do so badly that he busted his suit?
You're not giving Boimler a break. I think he tried so hard.
Never give Boimler a break.
I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass for that, because in Voyager, there's an episode where Tom and B'Elanna go into space because the shuttle breaches, and they get a micro fracture that actually depletes the air. So I can see it. It's Starfleet issue.
Yeah.
So
and
skimp on the safety stuff.
What was it? Mission to Mars, a movie starring Jerry O'Connell. They had micro meteoroids that were like puncturing holes in the ship, and one of them went through the dude's hand.
Ooh,
those are meteorites. Those are going really fast. Boimler hit his shoulder underwater, which slows that slows you down.
It just shows you how fast he was going.
Yeah, it was in a small space. I'm gonna give Boimler the benefit of the doubt on this.
I mean, future material on both sides. Whatever he hit was super strong too.
Don't get me wrong. I'm impressed he managed to save the day because he is Boimler. So that's it. Because I will never there's a reason I'll never get Boimler a full break, because I still remember him in underpants getting
suckled by a
by a giant spider. That's never gonna be gone from my brain, and I'm like, that's
never be gone from his either.
But is it not wonderful that the show has been able? Boimler was kind of the central character in the first season.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all central characters, but it was mainly Boimler's arc. And then as this season has gone on, we've gotten to see the arcs of everyone else. And Boimler's has been there, but it's been more from his progression of doofy dude to I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
Still doofy, but not useless.
But in a way.
I feel like this season focused a little bit more on Mariner than it did on
Boimler. Agreed.
I mean, last season was really heavy on.
And even the captain too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next season is Ransom in them, right?
I was about to say Ransom has been nothing outside of that one episode where he turns
into the head. Or maybe it'll be more Tendi focused now that she's been promoted.
Yeah, if she's on the fast track, we could actually get to know the bridge crew more. So that'd be interesting.
And if she's going to bridge crew, does that mean that she's leaving lower decks? Does she get her own room?
Knowing Tendi, she'd probably be like, "Nah, I'll keep my bunk."
I'll keep my bunk. Yeah, but now all of them are Rutherford's not. But as we saw in this last episode, Boimler and Mariner are both on the upper deck too.
Yeah, that was not explained. They were all of a sudden just on the bridge.
They were just there.
What if would it still count as lower decks if we see, because obviously over the course of the show they need to grow as characters.
Yeah.
So what if instead of being in bunks in that hallway, they now all just have to be roommates?
I think they get a room instead of the hallway.
They get a room, but it's all of them.
Yeah.
I would like that. I think that they'll still be doing crap jobs all the time because they are idiots, so they'll get in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole ship, though.
I know. This is they're about to die, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, the ballroom dance competition has been postponed," and you have the girl that's pissed. I'm like, You're about to die. Priorities a little bit, honey.
I mean, last season we had Mariner being punished by having to clean out the human fluids from the holodecks.
Oh,
yeah.
That was so wonderful.
Like the ship
Yeah.
can't just do that by itself. She had to go in there and do it.
Oh my god. Who do you think is going to be captain next season? Also, where was Mariner's dad as like his wife got arrested?
I
Well,
reckon
he
you
was
probably
on his
see him
own ship.
later.
Yeah, like he was probably already gone.
That was a good call, and
because that was from the beginning.
noticing that was the first time we saw them in the same place
Yeah.
together.
I'm going to guess that the new captain of the Cerritos is going to be whoever it was that they were going to bring in if she had been promoted.
Oh, you think it'll be a new person?
Well, so she said that
They teased it.
that they were bringing in someone new, and that's why everyone was getting angry because Ransom was like, oh well, I should be captain, and everyone was like thinking that, and then she was like, no, they're bringing in someone new. So whoever that new person is probably going to be the new captain. I want to see it be Jellicoe.
I don't know who that is.
Jellicoe?
So Captain Jellicoe, he was in The Next Generation. Picard got sent on a super secret mission.
And Jellicoe took over for the
It was what's his name? Ronnie Cox, who he was the bad guy in Total Recall. He in the original Total Recall. He was in Stargate. He was the senator that was trying to get them shut down. And he was the president in Murder at 1600. And that's all I can remember him from. But I know he's done like a lot of like Western stuff too.
I must interject here. I think we're missing the obvious. It's going to be
Riker
with no change in title.
Boimler 2.
Ensign Harry Kim.
That would be great. That would be good.
I would love
that
it
would
if
be
it
great.
was.
I don't think it is though. I need to get this article posted either tomorrow or Friday.
Have you not put up your interview with Harry Kim yet?
I spoke with Ensign Harry Kim at Star Trek Day, and he told me exactly what Ensign Kim was doing after they got back from the Delta Quadrant, since he still had not been promoted yet.
Fan fiction. That's Hawaii. Fan fiction.
He said something about opening up a restaurant over by Starfleet headquarters.
Called Ensigns.
It was gonna be Captain Kim's.
Captain Kim's.
Because he gave him
seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
Only way he can get promoted. Nice. I would do that. That's that petty. I would do.
He goes around with just the pips on his thing. No one else gets it. They're all
the logo for his restaurant is just 4 pips.
He introduces himself literally to anyone. I'm Captain Kim.
The plates.
Are you taking my order? Nope.
The plates are all 4 sections. Just like everything is just captain's ranks everywhere.
Unless you're an actual Starfleet captain, then you get ensign.
Then you just get 1.
So is everybody's chair the captain's chair?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Who else do we got? We talked about Ta'ana, or not Ta'ana.
I mean, you could bring Paris back.
Yeah, I'm sorry for this episode. I mean, like who?
Sorry.
We talked about Tendi. We talked about Mariner.
Rutherford.
Boimler. We talked about Rutherford. That's really it, right? Just the 4 of them?
Well, what about the bridge crew? Any big revelations that we noticed with them?
No.
Not really.
Ransom assumed he was going to get promoted, even though literally the last time we saw him, he tried to eat the ship.
What about Shax, though?
I want to see him and Cat and Dr. Cat hanging out more.
Yeah.
I mean, Shax was like super mad that she was leaving, and then super mad that they were arresting her. I feel like if anyone is going to plan the rescue, it's going to be a combination of Shax and Mariner, and I want to see that team up so bad.
True.
Because that's one of those things where you're like, oh, cool. Neither of you have impulse control.
I one of the things that I do like about this show, that I really like about the show, is that the 4 of them, Tendi, Rutherford, Mariner, and Boimler, are all meta. Like they know that everything that they like they're aware of all of the other Star Trek TV shows and the just the events that took place in them and who the major players were in all those shows. But the rest of the rest of the Federation and everyone else has no idea.
I loved that she's like, I'm like Captain Kirk, and her mom's like, no, you're not, idiot. Like, just shot her down so quickly.
Well, there was that, and then there was also when Teddy was like, she was like, "Oh, I'm the new Jadzia Dax," and Dr. Cat was
that
like,
was great.
"Who's that?"
No, you're like Spock. Come on. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Right? Why would she know?
To be fair, she's Dr. Cat. She's a cat. She probably doesn't care. Like, I'm sure other
That's
characters
also
on the
true.
Yeah.
ship like know all this stuff, and then you have Dr. Cat who's like, F off, give me a box.
Well, Jadzia also wasn't medical, so I can understand that maybe she didn't think about that or care about that.
Yeah, she was also just a random person on DS9.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I can't get over the fact that Boimler was just making a banner and was like, "I'm gonna have a whole week to make this," and I'm like, "What are you doing for a week to make a banner?" I am so intrigued.
I mean,
the version we saw was not great.
I don't know about your artistic skills, but mine are pretty non-existent. So if I had to make a banner like that, it probably would take me a week.
I have to make a banner. I'm not saying I have artistic skills in that capacity, but it's a banner. It shouldn't take a week. You write some letters, you draw like a, I don't know, happy face or whatever. It's
do
fine.
you even have to do that? Couldn't you just go computer and make me a banner?
I know. They're so weird.
But when it comes to his banner though, do you think he ended up having a lot to do. So do you think he like made it in 5 minutes, or do you think he was crafting it?
I think he was crafting it.
We
Didn't
saw
you
him with
see
the
him
scissors.
like, yeah. Also, by the way, in the end of the episode, he's not like, I saved the day. He's like, I made this
that banner.
True.
He wanted
That
to impress the
literally
captain, so
everyone's
it's like,
going-
that's good bannering.
Yeah, that was his move to impress the captain. Even after everyone's like, yeah, that looks like children made it. He's like, no, I made it. It's like, that wasn't a compliment, buddy.
He's teaching the kids a lesson by going, why shouldn't they take the credit? It was all me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that we might be getting more Jennifer, because I love, by the way, that we're just every time we see her now screaming her name.
You won me over, Caitlin. Every time I see Jennifer, and the episodes where you weren't here but Jennifer came on, I gave extra screams for you.
She's Norm.
See,
True.
It was interesting because I was like probably like maybe 10 seconds behind. Literally, I was just there going, okay, and then you heard Jennifer. I was like, right, she's in the next scene.
I wish you had said something. We could have stopped for a second, Mark.
It was fine. It was like, you know, when he's doing the whole like data thing, it froze for me, and I was just like, oh, okay, I might gonna have to restart it. And I was just like, it's fine. And then it was just like Jennifer. I was like, oh, there she is.
Every time I see someone do this, there's two things that I think of. First is Ghostbusters 2 with Venkman at the end of his show. Where he's like, and until next time. And completely on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Scanners with Michael Ironside, where he would make people's heads explode.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing that happened in this episode, as us as watch along people, was Josh doing red alarm. Red alarm. I was like, that is amazing. I legitimately want that on your phone, and then anytime like something happened that that's just annoying to us, or it's just a weird random pause, you just play it.
I can add that to the stream deck, so I can just hit a button and just have it go off, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just make that for like every show. I'll make Shane do that on the wrestling show just to fuck with them.
Just gonna beat the crap out of that.
Like, red alarm, what?
I am so excited.
It's alright, it's going down the street.
It's gonna be like Hawkeye, and you're just gonna have like something happen, and then red alarm, red alarm.
I want to put that on my car. I want that to be my car alarm.
So driving to work this morning, this is a complete non sequitur story. I'm sorry, but
I brought up car alarms, so it's not
but y'all
totally
have been watching
nutsack.
this show long enough that you know this is what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm driving to work, and I had to turn into a gas station because it's been
That
getting
must have
cold.
hurt.
Yes.
That must have-
Right?
Yes.
Turning into the whole gas station. Where's this
it's-
power from?
It's like, have you ever seen that cartoon from the 80s, Turbo Teen? It's kind of like that.
Yes, I have. Oh my god, I had nightmares about that show.
So it was kind of cold overnight, so the pressure in my tires went down because when it gets cold, that happens.
Yeah.
So I had put air into my tires, so I'm waiting at a red light to turn because there's a gas station like right around the thing, and the dude in front of me at the light isn't going through the light. He's just sitting there. And it was a turn light, so it's not like people were coming in the other directions. He had the green to go, and he was just sitting there. Honked the horn once, stayed. Honked the horn again, stayed. Honked the horn like 5 times in a row, finally goes. But now by the time I get up to the thing, it was red, so I couldn't go. I'm not one of those dicks who drives through the red lights at the last minute, because I've gotten tickets for that. So I'm like, nah, not going to do that again. So I had to wait. But in doing so...
It's LA, you have a 2-car rule.
Yeah. In doing so, I heard my horn for the first time since I bought the car, because I haven't had a need to honk my horn until this.
Really?
And my horn sounds like a wimp. It is the wimpiest horn I think I've ever heard on a car.
Like beep beep.
Yeah, like real. And I'm like. Now I really want to get a new one.
But you don't.
Because the horn is emasculating. Wow.
You don't have to get a new car because of the horn. You can buy a horn.
It's not it's not that the horn is emasculating. It's that this dude didn't fucking move because my horn is so wimpy that he didn't even hear it.
You know what you should do? Just buy like an air horn, so when you have to honk, just roll down the window and do the air horn.
I would do that. I would
do
that.
I know you would.
But that's what you can do. You can buy a horn and replace your horn with like a ooga or red alarm,
that's what I want. But it needs to be me saying red alarm and just really loudly. Meanwhile, like my flashers start going off too.
Right.
The Packland lower deck that we saw last week, where they're just like, "What's that?"
I think my favorite was actually the Borg lower deck. Oh, that was great.
The Borg one was good too. So Paramount, Star Trek, CBS, whoever USA did it, they actually released an hour of the lower deck's Borg sounds.
Oh, like ASMR?
Yeah,
or ASMR,
yeah,
whatever
so
you call it.
You can go to their YouTube page and you can just like just put it on loop and just listen to it.
Nice.
Over again.
I might have to fall asleep to that tonight. Do they have it with the blue light background so it doesn't wake you up?
I don't know.
Not the blue light, the night light background.
Well, you just turn your monitor the other way.
Yeah, I will never get over Boimler doing the Borg simulation and just having so many Borg babies strapped to him. Opens the door. Oh, Borg babies, and like duct tapes them basically to himself. He's like, I got this. You're like, what the hell are you doing?
I felt so bad for him at the end of the episode when he had like a 99% and then they pulled him out.
He had 100.
And he had a 6.
And they failed.
He did have 100.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He went down to a 6 or an 8.
He's like, you just have to keep doing this. And he's like, yeah, I'm good.
That'd be great if
finally got out. He's like, did I get 100? And they all look at the number and they're like, yup.
Nope. That'd be great if next season he actually has like flashbacks to becoming a Borg, and he just like, I am Excretus.
Right? Like so. From that,
he's a baby, and it all comes back.
There was an episode of Rick and Morty. I almost said Mort and Ricky. Rick and Morty.
Ricky. The
Mort and Ricky
spinoff.
That's the mirror universe.
I want to say it was season 3, but it might have been season 2, where Rick took Morty to Bits and Chits, the arcade type place, And they put him, and he was in the game that makes you live an entire lifetime with
Oh,
someone else.
yeah.
Oh,
And when he got out, he was like, "Where's my family? What happened to my family?"
What did you do?
Oh my god, that's
I remember that one.
horrifying.
Oh, it's a great episode.
And
Great episode.
what's funny about that is it was basically a ripoff of an episode of Next Generation where Picard got zapped by a probe and lived out an entire lifetime of the people on the planet where the probe came from.
Yeah,
learn
and he
about
ended
it.
up learning a skill
Yeah.
that he carried with him through the end of the series.
He learned how to play the flute.
Hmm Is that in
Play
Picard
the
at all?
I haven't seen it.
He didn't play it.
I think you saw it, but you didn't play like in
Did
one of the
he play
trailers.
the flute like how he played it in that YouTube video?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm wondering what the game's called in Rick and Morty now.
I don't
There's an
remember. It was a
episode-
name. It was just like someone's name.
Yeah,
There's
it
like a
Doug
two-part
or
episode
something.
like that in Doctor Who where they're in the like this library.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
shadows. Yeah.
Well, the episode was called something like Library something.
Yeah.
But
who was the doctor during that? Was that not Tennant?
Tennant.
That was Tennant.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Tennant.
That was.
And it was the first time we met River Song.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the last time,
Yes.
technically.
Yes. And
Yeah.
technically the last time we met
Yeah.
River Song, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
the
was
show was
actually
called
really
Roy.
episode. It was
That was a solid
what was it
episode.
the Vashta Narada was that
Yeah.
what they were called? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
This
the
is
shadows
so-
that eat you, which is
Yeah.
great to see when you're alone.
so just
It's
so
not.
so everyone who's watching this knows my ability to remember things like that are why I can't do math. Like I have no like higher level math skills because I remember things like the Vashta
Well,
Narada.
Well, you have a
It's a good thing-
calculator on your phone, so you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say you got a calculator, and it's a good thing that you work on a Nerdcore channel and not NASA.
Yes. Even though when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do.
Well, you could still work NASA, but bring the calculator.
Yes.
Bring the calculator.
I could be like a documentarian or something on one of their trips.
Right?
Oh man, yeah. Doctor Who has some. Like, I really like Doctor Who, but there's some of those like monsters they've introduced that you're like, the fuck was that?
Oh my
Like-
god.
oh,
the
like- like
Weeping
the-
Angels.
I mean, the Weeping
Oh,
Angels were
Weeping.
great, but then you have like the farting monsters, and you're like,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
What about that one that we actually never learned what it was, where it started copying the Doctor?
Oh,
That was so creepy, and then
Yeah.
we never got an answer.
I mean, the Ood were pretty creepy for a while too.
Oh yeah.
Those were
Yeah.
adorable.
After they were no longer evil.
yeah.
They weren't evil; they were corrupted. It's different.
Yeah, but
Same thing.
their corrupted evilness was still pretty creepy.
Why you didn't like that they held the?
No.
That was so sad when we found out they're supposed to be holding little brains,
Yeah.
not stupid
Yeah,
communication ball.
And
for me watching the Ood, it was creepy up until I learned what was supposed to be occurring with them as a species,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my god!
I
But
love their arc.
I still remember all the feelings I had of them being like, ugh, up until that.
Well, it was really just that one episode where you saw them as normal and they were servants, and then at the end, all of their little ball things turned red and they turned into like evil
Mhm.
creepy
Yeah.
things.
I think the creepiest thing the Ood did was when they turned that dude into an Ood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
That
was
was
worse than a
creepy.
Cyberman being turned into a Cyberman.
The silence
That
were
was
pretty
dark.
creepy too.
Yeah. Man, Doctor Who's got some creepy villains.
Thank
I'm
God their budget isn't good enough to be like super great.
I love that their two main bad guys are like a knockoff R2D2 and a knockoff C3PO. And I
C3PO,
love
yeah.
it. It's like, oh, well, we stuck a whisk on it and a plunger. It's fine.
I love.
Or-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say maybe C3PO and all that were copied from the Daleks. Just saying.
Actually,
We were
it's
here first.
yeah. Doctor Who was there
Yeah,
first.
that is true.
It's very possible. But I was gonna say, like, it's I think if Doctor Who has an amazing budget for what it does, but I think if everything was so realistic, I might lose a little bit of my flair for it. It might feel like everything else.
The camp plays into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The camp plays into it.
I'm looking forward to the new season.
Mm-hmm. Russell T Davies is back.
Yes!
Yeah!
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. But he's not starting until the next run, right? Yeah.
I like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I feel like she didn't have the greatest writing.
Who do you think would, or what kind of person do you think they're going to be looking for to replace her?
Well, Mark was about to say something, and then I had a question too.
I was going to say, Jodie's not a bad Doctor. It's just that they need the writing. The showrunner this year is absolutely horrible, and one thing I hate is the fact that they destroyed the Doctor's backstory.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Like I think they wanted the whole "oh my god" type factor, and it didn't work.
And it didn't. Yeah.
No. And then I'm hoping.
I'm okay with what the backstory was, sort of. It just didn't play. I don't think it played out well because they already kind of ruined the whole thing when all of the other Time Lords gave Matt Smith more regeneration.
Oh, more regeneration.
Because we had gotten to the point already where it's like, okay, he's regenerated 13 times. How are they going to get themselves out of this? So that's how they got themselves out of it. And the new backstory is so that they never have to write themselves out of that position again. So I understand the reasoning. I agree that it wasn't handled in the best way.
I think I would rather have 13 more lives, because obviously that's 13 more seasons or whatever, compared to, oh, hey, guess what? You've got unlimited power now. Because it makes the Doctor like a holy god, because like, say if you had this whole massive back thing, she can be like, well, I don't have any fear. I can get shot, I can regen. So you can have an entire scene of her changing into multiple Doctors and then using regen energy because it's so powerful. It's such bad writing, and I'm hoping Davis comes in and goes, yeah, that was all kind of the master's plan to get in your head. That didn't actually happen. I can see
something else. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I would love to see it go back to like 13 or maybe even like 2 or something, just because I love to see what the writers do to like pull themselves out of that in order to create something, but to not make it like this, all right, now we don't have to worry about it at all kind of argument.
Well, so they haven't made it so that she officially has unlimited, right? She's still kind of.
Well, no, because she's regenerated like countless times already, so there is no real limit that's been established at this point.
Yeah,
because all the
maybe I missed something then.
They experimented on her when she was a kid, and they just kept making her regenerate, or him. Or
yeah.
Yeah. But that's how Time Lords do it. And that's the worst thing.
Yeah, I think there's an easy way to get around that though. Is they can they give the Doctor a few more regenerations. So we go through another, let's say 3 Doctors, 4 Doctors, and then when that Doctor regenerates, something goes crazy wrong, and then they spend the next season trying to figure out what it was and fix it, and then that brings it down to a solid number that they have left. Like maybe they can, like we can say, oh, well, they figured out how to measure the amount of regeneration power that she has left, and it's only going to last for another 5 regenerations.
I want to see, one, I'm interested to see if they allow Russell to bring in whoever the new Doctor is going to be, or if they're going to go with the current showrunner to bring in the new Doctor.
It'll be Russell.
That would be weird.
It would be, because normally the new showrunner gets the Doctor, but isn't the current showrunner going to be with the next Doctor for one season? No, or is it going to Russell's for that Doctor?
So Chibnall has these next 6 episodes, and that's it.
And that's it. Okay. Yeah. My second thing is sorry, Mark. My second thing, and forgive me my lack of knowledge of I'm well versed from the revamp on, but a lot of my earlier Doctor knowledge is pretty much only Tom Baker, and a couple of the others for like limited time. Has there ever been a point where the regeneration went to a previous incarnation?
No, it's always
I would-
been
A new doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
But-
love to
but-
see, even if it's just for a Christmas episode or something, the reincarnation go to a previous doctor.
So technically, in the War Doctor episode,
The War Doctor, yeah.
So well, there was the War Doctor, but then we had the what's his name in that library that he was visiting, that where he was supposed to be the Tom Baker version of the Doctor. It was
Oh,
the guy-
right.
oh, the
It was-
curator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the curator, who would play. It was the dude who played him in the Made for TV movie.
Right.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
I remember who you're talking about, yeah.
But he pointed out because at the time it was Peter Capaldi who had appeared in one of the Matt Smith episodes from when they went to Pompeii.
Yeah.
So the curator was like, didn't you ever wonder why you took that face? So they've established already that he has some sort of control over who he turns into.
Even
Or
if it's
she
like
turns into.
subconscious.
Yeah.
There is a
I
thing of
personally-
Doctor Who.
I
I'm just trying
personally
to think.
didn't mind the Doctor that was introduced for like that episode in the show. I wouldn't mind seeing her again.
Do you mean Paul McGann?
No, Paul McGann was before the War Doctor.
No,
No, like
you're talking about the
so, like,
made-for-TV Doctor.
Oh no, she's talking about the I can't remember what her name was, but she was the first Doctor that met up with Jodie Whittaker in one of the last few episodes of last season, right?
No,
Yeah,
I was talking to you, Josh, about the made-for-TV Doctor.
There is.
Yeah, but
thing
no,
called
that's not
Nice
who I was talking
Doctor.
about before.
Okay. Okay.
What?
I
let
also
me
will
look it up.
forever be sort of like
Sorry to interrupt
I'll
you,
be
Kate.
forever no worries. I'll be forever bummed we didn't see Jodie Whittaker and Missy interact because I think that would have been the funniest thing ever.
Ah.
She's on Doom Patrol now. Oh my
Yeah.
god, she's so good.
Oh, she's
I like-
phenomenal in everything she does.
I literally would be fine if the Doctor kept regenerating, but we just had Missy forever. And every time she had something to say about the new Doctor, like I don't like the ears, or just something where the Doctor's like, "I hate you so much."
I'm just
Yeah,
hoping
no,
they improve it all. Like,
Yeah, I don't get why they did like a reboot. It wasn't necessary. Because they did like with this one, they were basically like, we want to make it more accessible to people, and I'm like, it is accessible by design.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know-
it is.
William Hartnell.
Oh, there you go.
And it was David Bradley who was playing him, and David Bradley is Finch from Harry Potter.
Mm.
see,
Filch?
I've linked-
Filch, you
Filch.
mean?
Filch, yeah,
Filch.
Filch.
see, I've linked
Then
you
That's
to
the
a
guy
thing.
with the
Whatever.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not a wizard, but yeah, the guy the caretaker.
He was also in
Yeah.
another episode of Doctor Who. He was in the one where I was like dinosaurs on the TARDIS or whatever.
Oh,
he was the guy who was hunting the dinosaur.
Mm. Yep, he was. He absolutely was.
Who are your guys' favorite Doctor?
Tennant and Smith.
Tennant and Smith. Josh?
I liked McGann, even though he wasn't around very long. But I was also a big fan of Eccleston. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he would have grown on more people if he had been given more time.
My
love
favorite was Eccleston too. I love all the current doctors, and I mean Tom Baker was technically my first Doctor, but Eccleston I loved what he did with one frickin' season.
Because
Mine's Eccleston.
he was the cool Doctor. Like
Yeah.
I mean, but
I also like
Capaldi was also
how-
the cool Doctor, but Eccleston
Capaldi
was
was
first.
fun,
Yeah.
but I liked how Eccleston, how you could see the trauma.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like with Tennant,
Yeah.
he was angry. And
Yeah.
felt like he should be in control of everything. With Smith, it was that very, it never happened. I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah, he was
Eccleston
kind of despondent.
Yeah, Eccleston
Yeah.
was still like stuck in the trauma, but also
Mhm.
like he actively tried to be happy and kind while having that mean streak. I loved it so much. Like some
Yeah.
of Eccleston's scenes are probably my favorite of the entire series. Like
Oh,
when he's
yeah.
Agreed.
Well,
Agreed.
just like the first episode when he meets Rose and there's the whole thing with the mannequins.
Yeah.
That was
Oh.
great. And then later on when he meets Captain Jack,
That's so fun.
Like all that stuff was
Ah.
great too. I mean, the episodes themselves were really great. The whole like, have you seen my mommy? Like that's creepy as fuck.
Oh.
That was so good.
But
I love the dinner he had with the farting alien that I can't remember the name
oh,
of.
yeah.
Where it was like when she's like, "No, I was kind to someone once. I let her leave, blah 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 blah," and he's like, "Yeah, you do it every once in a while because you get to remember that and feel good about it." Like he did this whole thing, and then she goes, "Only a killer would know that." I was like, "Shit!"
Yeah.
I loved his regeneration too at the end. It was so simple. It was just
Yeah.
so it happened. And don't get me wrong, Matt Smith and David Tennant, Capaldi, and whatever Jodie Whittaker does, they were amazing, and I loved all their runs. But Eccleston, it was just so smooth and effortless.
Yeah.
He's so
Well,
underappreciated too.
I think like Eccleston and Tennant had the two best regenerations. I think. Because Eccleston just kind of, we know how he went, but then
He just walked into it, yeah.
Yeah, and then with Tennant, he was like, I will always remember the time I was me.
That was
Yeah.
great. I did like Capaldi's though too, where he was like basically kind of like reminding himself like be kind.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool.
Yeah.
Which explains why Jodie
Smith's
Whittaker's
was great
version of the
too.
Doctor is that version of the Doctor. Like
Yeah.
why she is the way she is, which is why I'm really interested to see where they go next.
Yeah, she's had some really solid episodes. I wanted to see her interact with Captain Jack more.
Yeah.
And I like the Rosa Parks episode that she had.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool. I'm going to be honest. One of the things that I will forever find to be a bummer about the Jodie Whittaker run is that the one that got killed off in that first episode, I so wish she had been a companion. She was so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, she was the coolest out of all of you.
I hate to say it, Mark, but the next Doctor's going to be American.
As long as he's ginger, I don't care.
I would say Luke
You can
Perry.
get that guy from Grey's Anatomy, the Scottish dude.
It's like,
I've never seen that.
Inspector Spacetime. Like it's but unfortunately they can't do that now.
I would love if we had like Phoebe Waller-Bridge become the Doctor. That'd be so funny.
Yes.
She's not British, but I would love to see Regina King.
Regina.
Yeah.
Like I feel like someone like her would be amazing.
I want to get back. Like Jodie Whittaker has been kind of snarky and stuff, but I want more snark.
Yeah, which I think Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's the Doctor.
He's just gonna run around insulting everyone.
Dev Patel, I think could pull.
Oh yeah. Dev Patel would be fun. Be a good choice. Be a different choice. I like that.
Not gonna lie, with Russell C. Davies, I'm excited about the companions a little more than I have been in a while.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Rose Tyler. You're gonna burn.
I mean,
your mind's gonna burn.
Billy, what's her name, did say that she would come back recently.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've noticed it's like
she ditched her boyfriend Ted. She's like boring.
It's like she's going along. It's like, oh, Rose, Billy, would you come back? Nah. Russell T Davies is it, right?
I'm in.
Yep. Eccleston's also like, huh?
He said that he would come back,
well,
or he'd do it.
How far away are we from the next like milestone season?
I don't know. It depends on.
What do you consider a milestone?
Well, I guess like fives are usually the thing.
Yeah.
Like 5s and 10s. So the War Doctor was the 50th.
Peter Capaldi had something like when I think like his last thing was some big thing.
So maybe that was.
We're in the 13th season right now.
Well, the 13th season of the new. Era.
Is set to premiere on the 31st.
Yeah.
I know, that's so weird to me.
But overall, how many seasons have there been?
Well,
yeah.
Or how many years since
how
it
many
first
years?
premiered?
Yeah.
In
What year did it premiere?
Oh, okay. Right, hang on. All right, in 2023 is the 60th year of Doctor Who.
Yeah, so that's 2 years from now. So that'll be Rusty T Davies' season most likely.
Probably.
So we probably could see Matt Smith come back and David Tennant come back. That wouldn't be surprising. Peter Capaldi could come back for that. I know Eccleston would come back if they made nice with him, because he said that he enjoyed his time on the show. He just didn't enjoy the experience. So I think if they were able to work out their differences, I think he might agree to do it.
So we have the 60th coming up anniversary in 2023.
Yeah, so a
but
year and a half
but 2023 would also be the 30th season.
Ooh.
But Doctor Who started on the 23rd of November 1963.
Wow. So yeah, that'll have to be a good
There's
thing.
Gonna be something huge that year.
Yeah, there were 25 seasons of the original series going to 89 plus a film in 96.
Right.
And then
that was the Paul McGann one.
Paul McGann, yeah. And then there are 12 seasons up to now, 13 coming into this year.
I'm so excited. Doctor Who is one of those shows that I like have in my Christmas shows roster because those are so fun.
Oh, yes.
I also always watch the Eccleston, like the second episode of his run where he goes and sees Charles Dickens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. Well, the Tennant Christmas special where it was basically the Nightmare Before Christmas Carol type thing. Where it was the
Nightmare Before Christmas Carol.
Yes, the woman who was in like stasis or something that he visited like every year.
Yeah, that wasn't Tennant, but yeah,
maybe that was Smith.
Was that
it might
Smith?
Have been Matt Smith.
Yeah. Matt Smiths were very like legitimately Christmas themed. Tennant had the Titanic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. That was the one with Kylie Minogue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Was Tenet the one that had the one season that was just the 4 movies?
Yeah. That was like The Waters of Mars and a couple of the other ones. I like that one too because like that one had, I can't remember her name, but she was the in the Bionic Woman reboot. She was the Bionic Woman.
We also met Donna during a Christmas special.
I know you're talking about. She played in a TV soap over here in EastEnders.
Yeah, that sounds right. Katie Sackhoff was also in that show. It was shortly after Battlestar Galactica ended.
I don't know why, like the Bionic Woman, like that. Did that show just flop because it was so bad?
Yeah, well, it wasn't. I think it was the timing and everything. Like, I think it could have gone on for another season, and gotten
writing
better,
wasn't great though.
I don't think they gave it a chance. But neither is the writing in La Brea. Like La Brea is such a bad show. But I'm gonna keep watching it because I know it's gonna get canceled. So, like, once it gets canceled, I'm gonna be like, I'm free. Even though I know I have to keep watching it.
So the actress, I'm trying to find her name, Michelle Ryan. Did she have
fully transitioned into a Doctor Who show now?
That's true. We have gone from Star Trek to Doctor Who, but we still had people watching. So
I don't know who's watching, but there's a few of you guys out there.
Yeah, no, there's more than normal, to be honest.
I'm just
wondering. Thank you. Watch along. There's only 6 episodes.
It's in the plans. We just need to figure out kind of how we're gonna do it.
I will do that.
I'm in for Doctor Who any day of the week.
Me too.
If only it was a good episode.
Those are some of the things we should do for like Christmas watch-alongs. We should do some of the Doctor Who Christmas.
Yeah. You know who would make a great doctor, Mark?
Who?
Neelix.
Oh God.
Mark would
wait.
throw his TV out the
Actually,
window.
Neelix or just Ethan?
Actually, Ethan Phillips would make
Ethan
a good
Phillips.
doctor.
Yeah,
Ethan Phillips.
I'll give.
Yes.
So would Neelix.
But
just
I think
just Neelix.
So this would be my plan if Neelix, they actually got Neelix to be. So he's announced he runs a series. I would then go to the BBC. I would either flirt with Russell T Davies. I would flirt with the showrunner, hell the receptionist to get myself on there. I would pitch this idea at the very beginning. Oh, it'd be really cool if like Neelix met at the end, like, you know, if it was Chakotay or something, like, you know, that would be really cool. And then they'd go, oh, that's a really nice idea. Say like, but wouldn't it be cool if it was like Chakotay's son? It'd be like, oh, but who could play it? I'd be like, I will put something on my face if I have to. I then get the role. I then sweet talk my way through. I then write the thing, and then
your plan, if Neelix gets cast, is to steal the role.
No, steal the role of the bad guy, shoot Neelix, and be like, "Well, Doctor."
I was waiting. All I wanted to say was, do you have some Mission Impossible plan to go assassinate Neelix?
Yeah.
You do. It's an interesting one because it involves way more flirting than I expected, but
Right.
you got one.
Ethan
No.
Phillips.
Yeah,
Ethan Phillips. We are not. This is not endorsed by any of us here. This is
Not
Mark's
even-
idea.
No, but what you would have to pitch Captain Proton.
No, I would pitch a brand new bad guy, and it would be the Postmaster, which would be like, "Hello, Doctor. I see that you've got some mail, but since you're a Time Lord and you move from time to time, looks like your address is not known. Looks like this will have to return to sender." Yeah.
Wasn't there a Kevin Costner movie called The Postmaster?
If that's true, I'd be there.
The Postman.
The Postman. The Postman.
It was post-apocalyptic mail carrier.
Yeah. Oh,
Did he talk like that? Did he talk like stereotypical Nazi
like
swine?
Blofeld?
No, he was normal.
Yeah.
But then the ultimate one would be, "Oh, Doctor, I see that your ID has another photo on it. I'm sorry, but you cannot collect your post. I do not make the rules." And then that's it. And then it'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to be cut off." And then it'd be paper cut. And then it'd be like, "See, Doctor, I'll see you in your next life." Yeah. And then it goes off, and then it would just be ultimate thing, and then I win. And then
you
if I
win.
never
You gave
acted
the
again.
Doctor a paper cut. I
Yeah.
love this so much. Please, can we make this like a thing?
And then at the end,
the
it'll be
Doctor
like,
but then he just regenerates into Tuvix, and you're like, what the fuck?
What the hell?
I'd be like, "That's better than what was before, Doctor. I'm glad that I could help you regenerate."
I want this version of the Master so bad. Like, it's like the frickin' Wile E. Coyote to the Doctor's Roadrunner, where it's just like
Holds up a sign.
Right, you just have the Doctor literally like, this can't be your plan. Like, this can't be your plan.
A Dalek comes out and shoots, but it's just like a
the bang.
It's just
the flag with the bang.
A stick with the flag that says "bang" on it, or pew pew.
I've just thought if it's like, "Oh, Doctor."
Well, no, it would say "exterminate."
Yeah.
Oh.
He'd be like, "Oh, Doctor, I see that you've been licking all those envelopes for centuries. Where do you think the poison came from to kill you? The paper cut was just the end, Doctor."
And then George Costanza would come out, and they'd be like, "The Doctor's dead." And he'd be like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah.
You just have the Doctor where you're like, you've been licking those envelopes for centuries. The Doctor's like, "No, what?"
You wondered why you regenerated so many times.
All right, so
then,
quick.
Someone comes.
my God.
Sorry.
Someone then comes and asks me in an interview, and they go like, "So, Mark, what was your greatest achievement in life?" "Well, I was playing this role, and I killed Neelix." And I'd look dead straight into a camera if there was one. I'd be like, "That's right, me."
And then you immediately go into your voice.
I don't know if this is where you got that from, but my all-time favorite episode of Seinfeld is the one. It's one of the season finales. I don't remember which season, but George was engaged, and they're getting ready. They're getting ready for the wedding, and they're sending out the invitations. George cheaped out on the envelopes, and instead of getting the self-sealing ones, he got ones that you had to lick to seal. and so his fiance went through and licked all of the envelopes and did all of that, and then she has to go to the hospital because she was poisoned from the glue on the envelopes,
Oh.
and she dies.
Ah.
And when George finds out that she dies, he's just like, huh, okay.
Oh.
Horrifying. Quick tip, people, if you do have something where you have to like do something like that because your fiance's an idiot, I guess, use a sponge and
Yes.
water.
But the taste is great.
Or
Stick
there.
with
Ew,
it.
what? No.
What?
It's
It's great.
My God.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get past that.
I don't know if American envelopes is slightly different, but it's just like,
They're
over here.
gross.
Yeah. Well,
No,
they
they
I
actually.
now
like
have
you're
someone lick
sniffing markers.
an American envelope, and then
No.
it's like,
When I was a kid, I used to. My mom would always let me lick the envelope because the envelope had a taste to it. But I remember there was a certain point, and I don't know if it was just like the postmaster general out here was just like, "Hey, we need to stop kids from licking envelopes." But envelopes went from having like a candy-ish taste to them to just being a bland, like, okay, this isn't fun.
They taste like glue.
Yeah. They taste like you're sniffing a marker.
Yep. But when I was a kid, they did have a taste to them.
That's so weird.
That was like not, I wouldn't say pleasurable, but it was not like just blah.
Well,
Wasn't like licking a Tic Tac or something, but it wasn't
Necco wafers.
Let's move past
a
that.
Necco wafer.
welcome to the Illuminerdi, where we're talking about licking it.
I know,
If
this
you've
is
licked
weird
an
even
envelope,
for
come
us.
talk
Let's
to
move
us.
Well,
past this.
and now we're losing viewership because of this. So I think it's probably time to tell everybody what's coming up next week, which
think
is
you
not
are
much
correct.
apparently,
Yeah,
right?
So this weekend, all of our shows on YouTube have been preempted on Saturday because of DC fandom. I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever.
Because it deserves to be said like that.
We are going to get
that's how
all
it's written.
kinds of new information on the upcoming DC movies, maybe a couple of announcements about some new stuff, hopefully something about the Blue Beetle TV show and the Green Lantern Corps TV show. That's what I'm hoping for.
We are getting stuff on at least some of the TV shows, like Peacemaker's getting its first official teaser.
But we know that exists. I know all I know about the Green Lantern TV show is that it's happening. I want to know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Guy Gardner? Is it going to be Hal Jordan? Is it going to be John Stewart?
No, hold on. We know a lot of
Do
them.
we?
It's not Hal, and it's not John, but like a lot of the other Green Lanterns are in there. We're getting Sinestro when he's still a Green Lantern. We're getting Guy Gardner. I thought that was
the old I thought they had changed that because like there was a show that they had announced like 6 years ago or something.
No. There's like three different timelines going on in the Green Lantern show. So we're getting.
Oh wow! I don't know how I missed that.
A bunch. Yeah, I don't know either.
Are these all going to be on?
A lot of it.
Are these all going to be on HBO or are they going to be on WB?
The Green Lantern series is an HBO Max show. Peacemaker's HBO Max, and then like
Blue Beetle is still kind of in limbo though, right?
Not WB, but whatever they call themselves.
I know what you mean.
CW.
Yeah. I my hope is that eventually all the DC stuff will move off of CW and go to HBO Max.
I assume it will. I don't know how much longer the Arrowverse is gonna last.
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean they don't have to make everything like Harley Quinn and like Doom Patrol. Like it doesn't need to be that gory and that adult. But I feel like the HBO Max stuff at least isn't, like DC Dawson's Creek. Not that there's anything wrong with Dawson's Creek, it just gets old after a while.
Well,
the Flash is tired.
Yeah.
I just want another season of The Flash to see how bad it's getting. And I love The Flash.
Oh my God, Mark. I'm right there with you, dude. It was garbage.
I'll tell you what, I was excited when I saw a behind the scenes shot from the new season of Legends of Tomorrow because everyone is back.
Everyone's there. The 100
really?
Yeah, Rip
Hunter
is back. Which is really exciting.
Just for an episode though.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they drop the edgy one because Legends has been absolutely terrible for the past couple of seasons.
How dare you?
There's been episodes. There have been solid episodes, but overall the seasons have been a little lackluster.
Yeah, it's the one thing that's really
Sarah and Ava got married. You're all
that's
wrong.
that's fine. I like that because they've got character development. The one thing that's really irritating me the most is when they go, "Oh, so what are you doing, guy over there? I'm going to go smoke some weed, and we're all edgy and we're so cool, kids." And I'm like, I don't give a crap. I want a good storyline.
I want the guys from Prison Break back.
I don't think Bayrod is edgy. I think Bayrod is just a stoner who's chilling.
He doesn't bring anything to the team from what I've seen. It's just literally
the more interesting story
the actor's
out of
funny,
that.
But
yeah, I like him. I just don't like what they're doing. I mean, like I like all the actors on The Flash. I just don't necessarily like what they're doing with the characters.
They waste them.
Yeah. It's like
Grant Gustin is great.
He's
Candace
really
Patton
good.
is really good. The guy who plays Joe, his name escapes me right now. Jesse
from Rent.
Jesse, yeah. Like he's amazing. Danielle Nicolette, who play his wife, is really like
I love her.
She's great.
So fun.
The new guy Chester that took over for
Chester P. Runk.
He's fantastic. Like everyone on that show is good. The writing is just not.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. With the characters.
It's like they have to remind you every 10 seconds that it's all about teamwork. But like one episode, they had like, right, we've got this problem. Okay, girls, you go off and figure this out. Boys, you go figure it out. Oh, you didn't figure it out. Come together and do it. And I'm just like, we know how you all work. Yeah. Why are you all backtracking like season one?
One of the episodes I really enjoyed from an earlier season was when you had the bachelor party and the bachelorette party where they both were dealing with their own crap. That was hilarious. Yeah. Plus, you had super drunk Barry Allen, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the stuff with Elongated Man. I understand why they had to let him go. Like,
agreed.
I do get that, and I think they made the right decision.
Ralph Demi became a very cool character. That actor,
I
not
like
so
his
much.
character, and I like the actor. Like we interviewed him at the Saturn Awards, and he seemed like a good enough guy. Obviously, that's not always the case. I don't know him personally outside of that, so I don't know what he's like. I don't know if he understands that what he did was not great. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I'm hoping he does because
such a bummer because I really liked his chemistry with the one that was playing his love interest.
Yeah, I think he's really good. He was really interesting, and I hope that he learned his lesson and will become a better person so that we can see him in something else in the future.
Yeah,
because I think it would be a real shame for him to go down like the Scott Baio and Dean Cain path.
Yeah. And like Batwoman's sort of okay. The thing I'm excited about this season is the actress that they have playing Poison Ivy because I really like her. So that's what I'm interested in. Plus, just Alice being a complete pain in the ass.
I watched the first couple of episodes of Batwoman and I couldn't get into it, but that was back with Ruby Rose.
It's fine.
So,
it's not.
I don't know.
The second season I think is better than the first, like in the back half of the season, but it's not the strongest show.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. There's nothing that says that I have to like it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's not for me. That I'm not gonna go crying to people because I don't like Batwoman. It's just not a show that I enjoy. I just won't watch it. That's
I'm just excited that they're bringing in like actual Gotham Batman level bad guys this season. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. So I think again that is it for us. As we mentioned, everything on Saturday outside of the smoke along has been preempted for the DC Fandom stuff. Later in the evening on Twitch, we will be watching Midsummer, which I have never seen before.
Midsommar.
Midsummer.
Whatever.
I don't know.
It's somber.
Midsummer.
I will be in the Twitch chat, so giving them a hard time the entire time. So please join me in making fun of them.
And then Sunday, we've got the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order coming back. We have the week off from watch-alongs because there is no new episode of Lower Decks. There's no new episode of any of the Marvel stuff. So we will be back the following week, again on Twitch, with the watch-along for the first episode of Prodigy. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. It looks good.
For Marvel fans, there is Eternals coming out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, basically.
Sounds about right.
I thought it was November, wasn't it? Like November 5th?
Yeah, so I think
about
3 weeks. Yeah.
Something like that.
So I'm sure we will have something. Obviously not a watch along because it's in theaters, but we will have something with that.
And then Hawkeye's coming out before the end of the year, right?
Hawkeye. Yeah, November 24th.
Yeah,
November 24th.
I'm hoping.
I don't know why. I just thought you were talking about Hawkman. I'm like,
no, Hawkman is coming back to Legends of Tomorrow, though.
I know the one character I don't care about at all. Legends of Tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay.
They should have brought back Hawk Girl.
Yeah,
like she was much better than he was.
That was actually a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what you don't like stilted person who plays man who beats bad guys?
Like,
come on now.
I mean, he was barely in one episode, but I would have preferred Our Man over him.
Yeah. That being said, I'm very excited for Hawkman and Black Adam because I love Aldous Hodge.
Oh yeah, that's
true.
Although
I've heard rumors that he's going to.
Don't do this. No. Nope.
Change.
Not acknowledging. Nope.
I don't know
if
it's true. They're switching casting.
Not as in the actor is going to change, but something else is going to happen. If you know Hawkman and his history, or you can look it up and figure it out.
Right. He incubates and becomes Caterpillar Man. We know.
Yeah.
He goes backwards.
He smokes a hookah and he sits on a mushroom and he goes, who are you?
Amazing. I just want that now.
Mark is excited.
You have superheroes going and then just he's chilling, watching. That's the DC's version of the Watcher. It's just the Caterpillar.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll get my gravity bong hookah thing, and I'll be the caterpillar.
You need to do that on the smoke along.
Yes.
You need to just do that on the smoke along.
I'll just keep looking over at Daniel, just like, who are you?
Or while Joe is doing like his breakdown of what you guys are smoking, be like, what
is this?
All right. Well, we will see you guys.
I will say, if you want to learn a lot about marijuana, like tune into the smoke along because Joe, like, is very educational about it.
He's gotten more into it than I have. Like, but what's funny to me though is sometimes when he'll start talking about stuff and he'll start explaining things to me, I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm doing the same stuff you are. No.
Like I mean, like sometimes I mean, there's things that he'll bring up. He'll be like, oh, have you heard of this one or this one or this one? I'm like, nope. But then he'll start talking about like some of the science behind it. I'm like, yeah. I get it. But yeah, so if you guys want to find us on social media to keep up with everything that we're doing, check us out on the Twitter at _Illuminerdi. You can find us all individually at these things down below. Jamie's is his Instagram, not his Twitter because we haven't convinced him to do Twitter yet. But maybe I'll just I'll make one for him. Like I will fake being Jamie just so that he has to get onto Twitter, so I stop fake being him.
All right, tell you what, and maybe Mark, you'll do this with me because you're not on Twitter either, right?
I am.
Oh, you are. Okay. All right. If enough people
on Twitter, if Shay's on Twitter, you should be on Twitter.
If enough people like start talking in the chat about I need to be on Twitter, I'll go on Twitter. All right.
What if you get on Twitter as a character? Like you can just be Shaggy on Twitter.
Or Neelix.
And you can just react to all of the news as Shaggy.
But that's going to be in text. So what's the point?
Can we make that a show?
We actually were.
We were talking about something like that earlier.
Amazing.
But that would be great.
Yeah.
Like
did you guys see William Shatner cried after he went in space, man? Like I was brought to tears by that.
Just be like, not Shaggy, and then there you go. Not the voice of Shaggy.
Yeah. Be fun. It'll be fun.
I don't know. There's probably one of the dudes who does them for like TV and whatnot. Probably already has that. But yeah, we'll figure it out. If enough of y'all.
Illuminerdi breakdown brought to you by
Shaggy, not Shaggy.
Since Matthew Lillard is probably watching our show right now, we should have a shaggy off between you and Matthew Lillard, where you each.
Oh
have
God,
to,
don't! I'm actually
here's-
1 degree of separation to Matthew Lillard.
So here's what it is: you guys
hold
have
on.
to tell each other dad jokes as Shaggy and try not to laugh.
Oh God, that'd be hard.
Olivia Hayden in the chat said you should get Twitter. It's happening.
Okay, we got one. We got one. Thank you, Olivia. We got one.
It's the only chatter that's in there, so that's it.
All right.
You gotta do it. She has one by default.
Yep.
I mean, as we continue, but that's one in the Twitter column. Olivia, you are the first. You are you.
We
you,
need to give this a time
Ball
limit
rolling, well
because
done.
if you don't get any no's, then then the
Yeah.
win.
No one has said you shouldn't join Twitter, and we have one that has said you should.
Should.
And there's been no rebuttal. So
Okay,
that
all
to me
right.
means everyone watching agrees.
Everybody. Well,
Yes.
at least I have one person who would follow me on Twitter. Olivia, I thank you.
You have 3 or 4.
Yeah,
You've got
at
all
least
of
4.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure Shay would join.
Yes!
Would follow
Good
you.
job. Good job, Mark.
All right.
What did
again,
Mark just do?
He
same
said
thing.
yes, you should
So
get
now,
Twitter
now
in the
there's
chat.
2. So we've
You
ended.
don't count. You don't count, Mark.
We've ended
What
the
are you
show
talking
like 4
about? That
times
was
now.
not-
Don't count.
That was
I'm
not a
future.
good That was
Yeah,
not
okay, I'm sorry. You count. You count,
Okay.
Mark. You count
There
in
we go.
my heart. And you count in my non-sunburned heart.
Good. Oh, that should be not sunburnt as your Twitter handle.
not sunburned.
Yes. I think that's it. Finally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
end it.
All right. So we will see you guys Saturday
Soon.
for DC Fandom.
And no.
Do we need to do anything like? Because this was the last episode of season 2.
This was the last episode of season 2.
Any last words for the season?
Yeah.
Let's go season 3.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued in TNG font.
Yes.
Let
Lay us off, Mark.
Careful, careful, careful.
Come on, Christopher Eccleston.